Hello. Hello. What's going on, everybody? How's your day going? Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and I'm assuming the title stayed the same. This is gonna be Apex Ranked Live or not ranked, mouse and well, it might be ranked. I don't know. Yeah, Apex Ranked Mouse and Keyboards Live. Yeah, we're gonna be playing on mouse and keyboard, so I need to turn on my audio because I have no audio. So close that, do that. And yeah, we're gonna unclick there, and then we're gonna go ahead and minimize here, and then we're gonna go ahead and play some music for you guys. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, what's up, Huss? How's it going, my mans? How's it going? Bang. There's some music for you, and then Peepee wrote down some questions here. Let's see if there's one to ask. Oh shoot, that's something I need to read. 1 second. Not gonna read it, obviously, but it's something I need to remember that I need to read. You know, one of those types of situations. Okay, so never mind. I do not. How's your day been, Clipper? Let me. How do I say this? Let me first of all. My voice is loud, so it's making this ring. I didn't get the best sleep. I ended up sleeping like 3 hours and then 6 hours. So in total, not really like 3 hours and not really 6 hours, but around that range. So it comes out to probably being closer to really being 8 hours of sleep, which is enough, but it's broken up, so it wasn't that good. But aside from that, I haven't done pretty much anything today. I would like to have gone to the gym this morning, but by the time I was like, I could probably go to the gym, I didn't feel like it anymore. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually feeling tired enough to doze back off and went back to sleep. So yeah, sleep still a problem where I'm living. I also found out I got blood work back. I had blood work done. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to click through this like 50 times before Apex finally decides to work, right? I got blood work done at my most recent appointment, and I got the results back. Well, let's just say the results were bad enough that I now have another appointment with the doctors. So the blood work came back that essentially my liver is messed up. So they don't know what's wrong, but so here's the thing that really annoys me about the doctor that I have right now. You expect a doctor to be smart, right? I mean, he's a doctor, and if he's a general like health doctor, not like a specialized like a nutritionist or therapist or orthopedic surgeon or some other like heart surgeon, neurosurgeon, just a general purpose doctor, you'd expect they have to know a lot about a lot of stuff. So you'd expect them to be really smart, right? Well, my blood work comes back that my liver is in really bad shape. Well, the first thing he goes to is, are you drinking and not telling us, or are you taking steroids and not telling us? No, I'm not. I can say that to you guys. I know it myself. I've said it to the doctor. I don't drink. I don't take steroids. So the next thing he goes to is, well, are you taking any supplements that might contain something that you don't know about? So I sat on the phone with my doctor for about 30 minutes reading off every single ingredient of every single supplement I'm taking. One of the things he recommends is that I stop taking iron, and that I stop because I was taking iron because I was doing, I had about 3 or 4 symptoms that suggested I'm low in iron. So I started taking an iron supplement, and I was weaning off of it anyways, but he said, no, just completely stop taking it. So I'm weaning off of that. The other thing that he recommended is that I come off of creatine. And then the last thing that he recommended is that I'm taking a pre-workout that has an ingredient called Kana. Kana is supposed to be, I believe, I can't remember exactly if this was the same ingredient, because again, we talked about every single ingredient, but I think he said Kana is supposed to, because it's a pre-workout, caffeine is known to induce anxiety, right? So the idea is that Kana is supposed to be like an anti-anxiety ingredient, but it's been shown to be slightly liver toxic. So he said, I'd come off iron, I'd come off creatine, and I'd come off that Kana stuff. And basically I need to go in and get an ultrasound. They want to immediately take a look at my liver, make sure that they can't see anything wrong. Because if they can see liver damage, or they can see like a tumor, or they could see something like that, that would explain it. All that made sense. That made a lot of sense. But then some things that I learned back in college, right? Again, I was just going to school to be a doctorate in physical therapy. So my general purpose knowledge should be nowhere near this actually practicing doctor's knowledge, right? Should be nowhere near. He should be vastly smarter than I am. But some things came to mind. And I was like, wait a minute. Something came to mind. And that was so when you're working out, right? Your body is breaking down muscle tissue and trying to repair muscle tissue. That's what your body's doing. The repairing process is what makes your muscle stronger, right? And something came to mind that, wait a minute, I don't remember it exactly, but there are toxins, literal toxins that your body is releasing whenever it is breaking down muscle fiber that can stay in your body for prolonged periods of time. And your liver filters toxins. So wouldn't working out cause a buildup of said toxins? So I was just like, I think I'm thinking of something. Let me do some research, right? So I did some research, and one of the first things that comes up is that yes, with extremely strenuous exercise, which I would think me working out 4 hours a day is considered in that extreme range of strenuous. With extremely strenuous exercise, it is the liver toxins that I was thinking about. Sorry, I'm playing a game, so I'm not articulating this as well as I probably should be. But man, I think I'm switching weapons here. Sorry. With extremely strenuous exercise, you can artificially raise the amount of liver toxins that show up in blood work, right? Well, turns out that those liver toxins are the exact liver toxins that are extremely elevated in me. And now I will say they are elevated above what would be considered like a normal range for most people, even with strenuous exercise. I will say that. But the thing is that ultimately frustrates me about it is that can be a factor. The other thing that can be a factor is terrible sleep. So I consistently get terrible sleep because of my living situation, and I'm working out extremely strenuously. Those are like the two, because here's the thing, with poor sleep hygiene, you are prone to developing type 2 diabetes and fatty liver, which there's a chance that my sleep is so messed up that it is affecting me in that way. So most likely it's not all these ingredients that we spent like an hour and a half on the phone talking about. No, most likely it's the fact that I'm working out 4 hours a day and not getting any sleep. And the reason why it frustrates me that my doctor didn't pick up on that, and that I think he should have, because he's supposed to be a doctor and therefore smart. The reason why it pisses me off is that he has access to the entirety of my medical records. And in my medical records, it shows that I was on Ambien CR and then Ambien for basically 3 years. So he should know immediately, oh, these levels are so elevated, it suggests that you have liver damage, right? Well, maybe instead of suggesting that I'm taking steroids, you obviously, like, the reason why he thought that is because obviously I'm an in shape and fit dude. On top of all the injuries that he knows I have. So his thought process is, you're in this good of shape with all those injuries, you're on steroids. No, I'm just in this good of shape because I work out a lot. So instead of immediately mind jumping to, you're in shape, you must be on steroids, his mind probably should have jumped to, how much are you actually working out? Never asked that. Also, he can see that I was on Ambien for 3 years. Next idea should probably be, is there a chance that you have a fatty liver and or liver damage from lack of sleep? How are you sleeping? Never asked either one of those two questions. All the other ingredients, so he suggested Kana could be a problem, and he suggested creatine could be a problem, and he suggested iron can be a problem. Looked up all those ingredients individually. All of them, yes, can be slightly liver toxic. It can be. But none of them have anywhere near the amount of detrimental effects on your liver as poor sleep hygiene and working out extremely strenuously, of which I do both. I have terrible sleep and I work out like a crazy person. So yeah, how he didn't think of those two things, I have no idea. So yeah, that just frustrates me. So essentially, I might be going in for an ultrasound for no reason. So yeah, that's great. Dang it, man. But yeah, so essentially, I think it has nothing to do with the things I'm taking. Yes. Should I stop taking iron? Yes, I'm gonna stop taking iron. Should I necessarily stop taking creatine? I really don't think the creatine is a problem. I think what I need to do realistically, like again, I don't know why he didn't suggest this, is cut back on my exercise. My physical exercise is a little too strenuous, I think. I'm working out 4 hours a day and it's hard work. Again, my thought process is if you want to get the results other people aren't getting, you've got to do the things other people aren't doing. So the reason why I think I look better than the average person is because I work out way freaking harder than the average person. So hard, in fact, that I think it's actually damaging my liver. Now, here's the thing. I think my liver, so I checked out the levels, right? While we're waiting, I'll talk to you guys. I checked out my levels. My levels are elevated beyond what they should be, even for somebody that works out. If you work out and you do strenuous exercise, your liver levels will be elevated very high enough to potentially cause fear of liver damage, depending on how hard you worked out. And this was the other thing that frustrated me, is because even on the phone call with him, I said so you had to come into the blood work fasted, which I did. And I also said I didn't work out. I worked out Friday, didn't work out Saturday or Sunday because I took Saturday off because occasionally I do that. I didn't work out Saturday or Sunday, and I came in Monday, did the blood work, and then worked out after the blood work. So I took 3 days off. I even said that because part of that was churning in my brain of, hey, exercise can be liver toxic in some ways. Like it wasn't that in depth of a thought, but I was like, something was tingling in my head about, hey, this is something to tell him. Because when I was, again, looking back into it, the liver toxicity that you are producing by doing extremely strenuous exercise can stay in your liver and be detectable in your liver for 7 days, not just 3. So yeah. Anyways, it just frustrates me that I'm trying to go to this doctor. I'm expecting him to be smart. And it's like, instead of suggesting I'm on steroids, how about you suggest that I'm working out maybe too hard and not getting enough rest? Again, because you can tell I'm in shape enough to suggest I'm on steroids, and you can see my medical history and see that my sleep is trash. And instead of going to those two things first that are the biggest chance of being liver toxic and potentially being detrimental to my liver, instead of going to those two things, you immediately go to, oh, it's probably some supplements you're taking. Yes, maybe I should stop taking Kana. I did stop taking iron. Maybe I should stop taking Kana, and maybe I should consider doing cycles of creatine. Maybe. But another thing I could probably do is just get me back on the medications, get my sleep back in check, and redo my exercise routine to where I'm not working out 4 hours a day, and I'm only working out like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. And that would probably reverse a lot of this stuff. The other thing would be for me to also not work out for 7 days before the blood work. I could probably keep taking Kana, so put me back on the medication to get good sleep, have me not work out for 7 days before the blood work, have me continue to take creatine, continue to take Kana, and continue to take iron. I was gonna, like I said, I was waning off the iron anyway. So allow me to continue taking creatine and allow me to continue taking Kana, and just have me rest 7 days before. Don't work out for 7 days before the blood work, and actually get me back on this prescription medication so I can get good sleep. And I would be willing to bet that these levels would fall back into a high but more normal range. I think it would. But instead, he said, oh, stop taking these and then we're going to do more blood work stuff. So, I'm going to do what he says. I'm going to do exactly what he says. I'm going to stop taking the Kana. I'm going to stop taking the iron. I already did that immediately because I was like, yeah, I probably should stop taking the iron anyways. I don't think I really need it, at least right now. All 4 of the symptoms that I had that suggested I was low in iron have gone away. So I'm like, I'm probably good. So, stop taking iron. I should probably stop taking Kana, but I'm going to continue taking creatine because I really don't think that's the problem. I like, it would astonish me if taking creatine would raise my liver levels. I mean, it would astonish me. And honestly, if I posted in a forum with real doctors, like, not, I say that like my doctor's not a real doctor, with better doctors, if I were to post in a forum with doctors, it would probably shock them too that just stopping creatine, or that creatine would raise my levels so high that it would, you know, be a problem. But yeah, essentially the doctor that I'm going to, you know, needs to think. That's essentially what it boils down to. Is my doctor frustrated me because, again, I didn't go into physical therapy. I didn't make it through the schooling. I didn't go into physical therapy. I had a very minimal amount of general education on nutrition and health and stuff like that. Taking the R99 from me, you loser. But yeah, so the fact that like yes, those things, oh gosh, those things can be liver toxic, but the things that are more dangerous, just he didn't think of that at all. That's what frustrates me. Bro, what's that? Dude! Bro, the door didn't close. Like, the animation started and then my game lagged out and the door didn't close. But yeah, the fact that, like, I was laughing about it whenever I actually did my research. Because I was like, you know, this doesn't make sense that it doesn't make sense that 3 ingredients to supplements I'm taking would be causing this bad of a number. I think what it really is that I work out too hard and I'm not resting good. And so essentially the reason why I'm saying I'm probably going to continue to take the creatine and I'm probably just going to continue to live life the way I'm living it is because I don't think, essentially he wants to do more blood work in 3 months. I think that if I stop taking creatine, I stop taking Kana, I stop taking iron, I don't think that's actually going to change the numbers. So the reason why I'm going to continue to work out, because he didn't say to stop doing that. I'm going to continue to try and get good sleep, but that never happens anyways. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to have bad liver numbers, I'm assuming, because I really don't think it's the ingredients. And then in 3 months, whenever my liver's still bad, I'm going to be like, hey, did my own research a little bit about this. Suggests that my sleep's bad. You can see on my sleep cycle, there's on my record that my sleep has been terrible in the past. It's been terrible now, and you never asked me about that. Blows my mind. But my sleep is terrible. Maybe if I got back on Ambien and could get full night's sleep, that would be good. The other reason why I'm going to do it is because there's one other thing that I want them to check, which is this blood work, they don't actually do checks on your testosterone. So I'm going to probably ask whenever I go in for the blood work, hey, you thought I'm on steroids. Can we check my testosterone levels? That way, hopefully, I can get it done for free because a lot of this stuff is free because of all my medical conditions. But I'm gonna ask them to test my testosterone level, and here's 2 reasons why. If my testosterone is too high, which it's not gonna be, but if it's too high, it could suggest that I'm on steroids, which the reason why I'd want to know that is because if I am being drugged and don't know it through these supplements that I'm taking, I would ideally like to know that. So if my testosterone is ridiculously high, it would suggest that one of these supplements is poisoning me, but not really, but you get what I'm saying. They're putting something in there that they're not disclosing that would be popping me, I guess, not really, but popping me hot for basically taking steroids. So if I'm extremely high, I would like to know for that reason. And if I am extremely low, oh, geez. I need a weapon. All right, I got a weapon. They all jumped off the edge.
Wings out. Wings up.
I need heavy ammo, heavy ammo, heavy ammo. But yeah, so it just extremely frustrates me that that's immediately what his mind goes to, and not things that would be blatantly obvious if you actually took any glimpse at my medical. Yeah, we're dead, dude. If I could have gotten any gun or any ammo, that would have been great, but, you know. Underscore, well, maybe if you would have actually given me a weapon instead of both of them having 2 weapons, and I still got more damage than the freaking Bloodhound, dude. Wait, is the Bloodhound... Okay, the Bloodhound isn't the one that typed underscore. Okay, I was going to say, if the Bloodhound's the one that typed underscore, I'm going to be mad, because he got the least amount of damage out of all of us, and he at least had a weapon. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to continue to work out, even though I think that's going to be bad for my liver. I'm going to continue to try and sleep the best I can. And, you know, just going to continue. I am going to stop the Kana. I'm going to stop the creatine. I'm also going to I'm going to continue the creatine. But I'm going to continue to look up all these other ingredients because I have several different pre-workouts that I use. One's a stim-free, one's a stim, one's a mild stimulant. Stim referring to the fact that it has caffeine in it. And then one is just pure caffeine with nothing else in it. So it shouldn't have any problems. So I've got 4 different options. And basically I'm going to look through all these options. The other thing is that he was saying that to stay away from certain herbal compounds, I'm going to ask about potentially taking, what is it, milk thistle. Apparently it's supposed to be good for your liver and like help flush your liver or detoxify your liver. And I ask about that. The research that I haven't done much, but immediate research was, hey, this might be a good thing to try. I need to do more research into it, obviously, but I'm going to ask him what he thinks about it as well. But essentially, I think he's overblowing this. I think it's not as bad as he's making it look. But I will take the ultrasound because obviously if there's something they can physically see, then everything I'm saying goes out the window, and so does everything he's saying. If I've actually got physical liver damage, like that they can see, you know, then something's wrong there, and maybe I should consider, you know, taking, you know, things to support my liver and actually come off of the creatine, actually come off of the Kana, actually come off the iron. But I think even then, changing up my exercise routine and changing up my sleep would be more beneficial than coming off of all those ingredients. But I wouldn't want to take. I would want to, like, if I do have liver damage to the point where it shows up on an ultrasound, then, you know, I would have to avoid certain drugs. Obviously, I would like Advil, Tylenol, ibuprofen, those kinds of things. I would have to avoid certain medications when it comes to like dental work. I would have to. There's a lot of things I would have to change up. But I would definitely have to then go from working out 4 hours to working out like an hour a day. Because all the other stuff, basically, it's like if I've actually got physical liver damage, then I need to change up everything because like working out, every little bit counts. If I've actually got physical liver damage that is visible and it's not like cancer or anything, then every little bit of thing I can do helps, aka getting good sleep helps. Getting good sleep and working out less will massively drop the numbers. But, you know, cutting out the creatine, cutting out all these things would be microscopically beneficial, but if I've actually got physical liver damage, every little bit counts, so I'm gonna do it. But I have a feeling I'm not gonna have any physical liver damage. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. But I highly doubt I actually have physical liver damage. And I honestly think the exercise and the sleep are the two biggest components. And it's not just my thought process. I did more research because that was what was churning in the back of my mind, and the research confirmed my bias. I'm not going to say proved anything because obviously I'm not a doctor, so I can't prove anything myself. But it confirmed my bias that, yeah, those two things are probably more so what did it. Just saying. But one of the things that it does also suggest, oh yeah, back to the testosterone thing, because I didn't finish my thoughts on that. Having an extremely high, okay, this guy's annoying. Having an extremely high testosterone would suggest that I need to mute you. You are freaking annoying, dude. Shut up. Jeez, bro. How do I even check my teammates again? I forgot to do that. There we go. Squad. And you're muted. Mute. There we go. So yeah, having too high of a testosterone would suggest that I'm being drugged by one of these supplements, so I would like to know that. The other thing is that having too low of a testosterone level would suggest that, man, what was it? It was part of the thing that I looked up, but basically having too low of a testosterone as well can affect your liver, can lead to fatty liver the same way having bad sleep can. So if my testosterone basically is too low, that's going to be a problem. If my testosterone is too high, then that suggests I'm being drugged. Oh yeah. One of the things that I was reading. Yeah, do you want to push the fight with me and not turn around and run the opposite freaking direction, you idiot? People annoy me. But yeah, having too low of a testosterone can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes and fatty liver on top of me having poor sleep. So I would like to actually give my... So like testosterone does aid in your muscle recovery. So that was one of the... How did I get freaking sniped out of the air? Unless he's got anvils, he freaking downed me with a flatline from that range in like 2 shots. That has to be anvils, right? He freaking destroyed. But yeah, so testosterone doesn't really help you build muscle, but it does help your body be more resilient to extremely strenuous exercise. So if my testosterone levels are too low, actually getting on testosterone, even though it can be slightly liver toxic, the benefits of not being low in testosterone can actually outweigh the detriment of taking a compound that is slightly more liver toxic, is essentially what it boils down to. Based off of what I've seen thus far, I don't think that this doctor is going to be smart enough to realize that. But what I might have to do is take these several iterations of blood work and all these things and go to like a male clinic and just pay out of pocket. It's probably going to be redonkulously expensive, but I might have to do that. Basically, the recovery aspect of testosterone might drop my liver toxicity. If exercise is the biggest component that is causing me problems, getting on testosterone, if my testosterone is too low, might actually outweigh the neurotoxicity of the testosterone itself, essentially. So either my testosterone is too high and I need to know that I'm being drugged, or my testosterone's too low, and if it's too low, there's a chance getting on testosterone would actually, like, getting on, not like a crazy amount, not like trying to be, you know, a roided out bodybuilder or anything, but getting on any amount of testosterone that is above, obviously, what would be too low for me would be potentially beneficial. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and basically, I think it has nothing to do with the compounds that I'm taking so far. I think that my liver is still going to be elevated, and I'm going to continue to let it be elevated. I honestly think if I just didn't work out for 7 days before the blood work test, my blood levels would be fairly fine. High, but fine. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that, and then on the second round of blood work, ask for full testosterone blood work thing. Like ask them to basically look into my testosterone and say, hey, is there anything crazy about it? And here's the other thing is that from what I've heard, a lot of doctors will say your testosterone's within the normal range, which isn't necessarily a good metric, because within the normal range is like from the age of, I think once I turn 25, I bump up a bracket, but essentially due to the fact that I'm 25, I'm getting my testosterone compared to like on average. My average testosterone is like a big age bracket. Like I think it's from like 25 to 35. Your testosterone drops off massively. This is another thing that I would hope they would know, but I don't think they do just based off of looking at charts. That essentially 25 to 35, that's a huge difference in testosterone. At the age of 28, your testosterone for most men starts to drop. So, essentially the average of a testosterone depleted 29-year-old, their average skews the numbers a little lower than they should be. So if my numbers in testosterone come out low at all, even close to the low end at all, I might need to go to a second doctor and say, hey, my testosterones are within the normal range, but it's low for the amount of exercise I'm doing. I should probably get this checked out, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna probably continue to have high liver enzyme markers for the next 3 months. Get the blood work done again, asking for full spectrum testosterone or a full look into my testosterone levels, and then head out from there to a different doctor. Like I said, I think ideally I'll get prescribed. You can do it. If you don't get purple though, yeah, you got purple. Okay. But yeah, essentially, I think my liver is still gonna be a problem here in about 3 months, and I think that I can possibly get back on the prescription sleep meds that I was on, and then after getting on the sleep meds that I'm on, potentially go to a different doctor and get prescribed testosterone if that would be beneficial. But I think there are some doctors out there that would be like, yeah, that would probably be beneficial, just for the reasons that I was stating already. But yeah, so you know, the next 3 months are kind of up in the air, but as of right now, I think that's my thought process is on it. But there is potential that it could be something more serious. I don't really think it is, but there is a potential that it could be some form of cancer. It could be something wrong with my gallbladder, which people have problems with their gallbladder all the time. So there is a chance that I need to go like in under the knife again and get another surgery again to get my gallbladder removed. There's a chance of that. But I really do think it's basically if nothing comes up in the ultrasound, which I don't think anything is going to come up in the ultrasound. Basically, if nothing comes up in the ultrasound, we're going to do blood work again. I'm going to ask for testosterone thing, and then go somewhere else. Get you out in it safely. I think personally that the low testosterone or the high testosterone, either one, I don't think me personally, I don't think my testosterone is abnormally high, but I also don't think my testosterone is necessarily inherently low either. I think my testosterone is right. I think it's lower, but I don't think it's low enough to justify getting on some form of testosterone. Yeah, essentially my doctor pissed me off because he's an idiot. And I hate to say it like that, but like the fact that immediately sleep and exercise didn't come to mind. Well, it did, but the immediate coming to mind was, oh, you're on steroids. No, no, I'm not. And if I'm on steroids, how about we do this testosterone test? That's part of the reason why I'm glad he said it like that, because now I have an excuse to more so justify getting them to pay for checking my testosterone. I messed it up. I should have let him do it. I messed it up. That's my bad. But yeah, so I'm hoping I can use the fact that he suspects me to be on steroids as an excuse to get a testosterone check. And then, yes, that gets me what I want there. And then the other thing that'll get me what I want is ideally getting... Dude, he doesn't have the sparking arm, does he? Yeah, no, his arm's not sparking, dude. Yeah, no, it wasn't a gold one. But ideally, I'm gonna be able to get them to get me back on the sleep meds, which will be hopefully pretty dirt cheap. But the problem is that originally when I went there, they said they couldn't get me the same prescription I was originally given, and they gave me some other prescription for something that is similar but nowhere near as good. So I'm gonna try and use it as a way to get back my old prescription, because I know that works, and it works way better than the stuff they tried to give me.
Wings out. Got bogey on my marker.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and use it to get back on sleep meds and potentially get my testosterone checked and then move forward from there. But yeah, but that's all, again, given that hopefully nothing comes up on this ultrasound. So I haven't gotten a call yet. They said they'd call me and schedule me for an appointment, but I haven't gotten a call from anybody to schedule those appointments yet. So we're still up in the air, but yeah, we're that's what's happened in my life. Sorry. Sorry that it took me so long to read your comments, but that was like a very long-winded way of saying, basically, I don't like the fact that my doctor didn't just immediately go to the obvious things. The obvious thing for him was, oh, I'm being an idiot, more so than, hey, these are problems that I've already dealt with, and maybe you're exercising too much. You know, so I don't know, man. It just it frustrates me that my doctor basically did that, and that was a long-winded way of saying that. Yeah, basically my medical right now is all types of crazy, and I'm trying to get it worked out. But there might be a time where, because of these things, I'm gonna have to see some more specialized medical care than I already do. Which sometimes appointments for that specialized medical care, sometimes those appointments are harder to come by. So there is a chance that I will potentially have to schedule doctor's appointments. Glad I looked in here. Nobody else did, but I'm glad I did. There is a chance that these doctor's appointments, these more specialized doctor's appointments, might interfere with my ability to stream my own. Just a heads up that might be coming up.
Don't try intercepting something at Mach 1.
But I will keep you guys posted, of course. Are you gonna shoot him? It would have been nice. I didn't hit a shot, and I know, and that's partially my fault. I know that's my fault that I gave up our position. Still one up there, bro? What are you doing?
Reloading.
So yeah, Woo! Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Can't get out of this position.
Wings out. Charging up my shields.
The B hops helped.
Just a sec.
Helped the.
Filling up.
But yeah, essentially, I basically wrote a full page of notes. Don't freeze frame it, because I don't want you to see all the stuff I wrote down, because there's other pieces of medical information on there that I possibly don't want to disclose to everybody on the internet. But I will flash the paper. I basically wrote down a full page worth of notes about how I think this is what's actually the problem right now. So yeah, let me go ahead and. It would have been nice if one of my freaking teammates would have pinged that there was purple armor right there, instead of letting me waste those shield cells. Letting me waste those shield cells, healing up an armor that is, you know, weaker than one that's right there in the box fully healed. But yeah. Essentially, I don't know if you could see how full that was, but it was a pretty full piece of paper just of notes about how I think this is what's wrong. The other thing is that I'm very prone to forgetting information. Like, I'll remember something, like I said, with that thing going on in the back of my brain that I think it's exercise. I'll remember parts of it, but I won't remember the whole thing. So essentially, I wrote down a full page of notes. So next time I go in and talk to the doctor, I can actually, you know, get everything that I want done.
Reloading.
Oh, no, no. Dang it. She got away from me. Oh, she's on the second floor.
Raise up.
Got her. There's Gibby that's solo here though as well. Woo. Well, I went from no KP to 4 KP real freaking quick. So that's nice. Heal that up. 5 squads left. We kind of want to take our time at this point. They probably have more KP than I do. So. But yeah, sorry about me not reading comments. I had to get all that out. Otherwise I'd forget little bits and pieces of details that were kind of important. I think that were kind of important to the conversation. Wanted to say everything before I forgot any individual piece.
Syringe here.
All right, let's follow our teammates. But yeah, so yeah, I'm probably going to change the title of this stream to ranting about current medical problems. Yeah. I've had a normal day, except my jaw has been hurting really badly throughout the day. There's a chance you ate more food than normal or chewed more gum than normal, or you could just sleep on your face wrong. As you get older, that's just gonna get worse. I'll tell you that right now. It's just gonna get worse. You'll sleep just weird, and then all of a sudden wake up with like something hurting. Part of getting older, man. Part of it. I guess I should go to single fire now, right? This. Thanks for deploying cover that I had to move around and then taking away my cover instantaneously so that I could have died. Thanks, that was great. Woo!
Extending to engage. Wings out. Charging on my shields. Charging on my. We're not all in the ring.
Sounds like there's somebody like right here. Wait a minute. Sounded like there was somebody like right next to me. Hey, what's good, comrade? What's good? What's good?
Recharging shields.
Can't believe I missed that. That's so bad. Freaking sucked there. Okay, 4 seconds, 3 seconds till Q, and then I'll shoot some. Yep, there is an idiot there. Lower than you suggested, but yeah, he's there.
Fox 3, missile off the rails. Not too far from ring. Eat lead.
Bro, why would you freaking give up high ground, dude? Chasing one freaking kill, dude. I mean, I get an assist hopefully there, but... All right, we gave up high ground. We need to move. They need to move now. These two teams are fighting. This is probably our best opportunity to take a look. Woo. Bro, I need cover. Cover for this. They're fighting, so we're good. Yeah.
Rings just a little further.
Give my shield a recharge.
I think we got this one, to be honest with you. Nice, come on. Good stuff. All right, yep, we won this. Hey, what's up, comrade? You came in just in time to see the dub. Well, yeah, next thing that Huss said, I know I'm getting to it like an hour later, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm planning on in Season 10 to try and grind hard enough to possibly hit Masters. I probably won't, but I thought I might as well try. For sure, man. Go for it. I've never been Diamond early enough to actually consider grinding to Masters. Like look at that damage compared to this guy. Like, bro, I got carried to the dub there so freaking hard, dude. I got max KP, and so did everybody else. But man, I got carried to the freaking win there so hard. But yeah, I've just never all that, and I had to mute those teammates at the beginning because they were that annoying. But yeah, essentially, I would think for me to consider, to even remotely consider grinding to Masters, if this, I think so. If this new legend has the same problem that Bloodhound did originally, in the sense that he gives you free KP, like free assist KP, I think there's going to be a lot worse players that make it up into the higher tiers because he's going to be wildly popular. I really do think he's going to be super popular, and I think they will give him assists to help push him to be better than Bloodhound. It's the same thing they did with Rampart by nerfing Gibby to make Rampart look better. They nerfed Bloodhound to make this guy look better. They nerfed Pathfinder to make Horizon look better. Same thing. I think they'll do the same thing here. I think they're going to nerf Bloodhound enough to make him look better. And giving him the ability to give you assists the way Bloodhound used to be able to give you assists would be an easy way to make him get more play in competitive gameplay than Bloodhound does. So I think that will bring up worse players because they got there by doing basically scans instead of actually being good at the game. So if that pumps up the amount of bad people in higher tier levels, then I might hit it fast enough. But essentially what I was going to say is that if I can hit Diamond with like, I don't know, with like within the first like 2 weeks, if I could hit, and that's a hard ask, a really hard ask. But if I could hit Diamond in like the first 2 weeks, then there would be a strong chance for me trying to push to Masters, and essentially getting a squad together to play the last like however many weeks. I think it's like 16 weeks to get to play like 14 weeks nonstop together to try and grind our way to Masters. I think I would be more prone to do it if I can get Diamond really quickly, then I'm more prone to actually doing it. So that is the real skin. This is the variant. I actually don't mind that variant. That actually looks pretty cool. What Loba skins do I have? Because I might actually craft it. I actually can't craft. Never mind. Cannot craft. Let's see. Loba skins. I do not have a good Loba skin. So how much does it cost to craft? 1,200. Yeah, so I am a ways away from that. But yeah, so good luck, Huss, on your potentially grinding to masters. I will most likely not be doing it, but there's always a chance. You never know. No GF squad. Let's find a new cluster, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Open, anyone can join. Request set member requested, set member requirements. The level doesn't matter. I want to be in platinum or better. Why do all these squads only have one person in it? Every single one of these clans only has one person. I guess this just goes to show you how rare it is for people to actually get, because here's the thing, people would be removed if they dropped below platinum, which essentially means, so the reason why platinum are better, there's so few squads, there's only 27 results found, and there's the reason why there's so few squads is essentially that at the beginning of the season you drop a rank, right? So you have to make it into diamond to basically stay in this thing. Dark Souls 3 is kinda kicking my butt right now. Hey man, well, I wish you luck. Hopefully you got the dragon tail sword. If you got that early enough in the game, then that sword is extremely strong. The other thing is the Black Knight. If you jump off that ledge onto the back of his little room right there and roll past him, you can essentially attack him in the back for free and then just spend like 30 minutes doing that. And that big, heavy Black Knight sword, once you get the strength to be able to actually wield it, is insanely strong as well. So I don't know if you did one of those two strats or not, but those are like the two easy ways to just like steamroll your way through Dark Souls 3. Yeah, so essentially though, you'd have to make it into diamond every season to not get dumped out of your group here. So let's switch it up though. Oh, this group has 2 people in it. Okay. And none of those groups do. So let's go down to gold and see what we can find. Gold or better. 2 people there. But yeah, now you can see we doubled our results by dropping down to gold or better. But man, all these clans just have nobody in it. Nobody, not a single person. Let's try silver or better. Okay, now we've got several clans with 2 people in them. And I think 50 is your max result, I think. So essentially just by going from platinum, you get 27, to gold, you get the maximum amount. Oh wait, no, you don't. You get close to the max. Maybe it is that. Let's go down to any rank. 7 results. Okay, so yeah. Basically, as long as you can make it to silver or better, you have a good chance of getting into one of these clans. Anyways, by request, members must ask to join. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 final boss. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna kick your butt no matter how good you got. It's always gonna kick your butt. I wish you luck though. But it is currently 3:57, so we're getting close to the end of the stream. I hate to tell you that, but I do wish you luck while you're here and while I'm here. Any rank, any level, request. We're gonna join a clan right quick. Oh, not TTV. There we go. Team Twitch TV. Skull Bombers. 6 people in this one, 7 people in this one. Let's see if we change the requirement. We get less people that way. Less people that way. We get 3 people here. So we're going to go back through and go to the most restrictive version and try and do it. Request to join. This is where the most people are. Ranked duos. Experienced players. All game modes. All play styles. Welcome. Will help new players. All skill levels. Welcome. Mic required. Game members. Welcome. Mic required. Competitive casual. All skill levels. Okay. think we're gonna actually request to join this guy right here. Yeah. Yes, I do want to request to join as the group. Anyways, yeah, I think we're headed out, boys. Yeah, gonna retitle this live stream. And sorry I went on such a long tirade and didn't talk to you guys as much as normal. I will see you guys on the next live stream, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have a good rest of your day, man. See you on the next one. Peace.